Welcome back to Amanda Plays Games. We are back in Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. So, here's where we are. We have the envoy, Bernadotte, and Vogel's art invitation. So I guess we can give Bernadotte the evidence to blackmail the envoy, or the envoy is despicable and Bernadotte is trying to take advantage of the situation. I cannot trust either of them. Only the truth will resolve matters. I must give the photograph to Vogel so he can make everything public. I guess I think that what I need to do is talk to Vogel, because I tried talking with the I tried talking with the lady and it wouldn't let me. So I think, because all those have like talkie bubbles above them, I think I need to talk to Vogel. And he's here. So let's try to figure this out. I think this is another one where there's really no satisfactory ending. Or at least not one where I think, okay, this is what we have to do to, like, have justice happen. It's one of those, like, with the... with the elephant, where I just have to pick one. I have to pick one and make it happen. So let's see first if we can talk to him. Okay.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft?
I mean, are we gonna have another very uncomfortable, very close together conversation? My only options are give him
Not yet, Mr. Vogel.
I want to talk to him. Oh, okay.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft?
I guess we'll give it to him.
But not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
The thief is dead. Mercurio is dead.
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting, too.
Huh, he's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes. One presumes you were not responsible.
It was an accident at the refugee camp.
He killed
impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing if not cruel and capricious.
And Mercurio is also
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation.
He was not having a good day on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person that stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art.
Yeah, he wasn't all that
apt.
sweet. He was pretty disgusting.
Oh, well, Mrs. Exceptional sense of humor. What about the stolen painting? Have you located it?
Bernadotte has your painting.
I found the painting, but I could not retrieve it.
Well then, where is it?
In Bernadotte's office.
Bernadotte? That shady businessman? Why would he steal it from me?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him yourself.
I take it you found something more then.
I guess photo.
I found the source of Mercurio's artistic inspiration. The photograph. What troubled me was that the sexual act captured was non-consensual.
She was violated? Dear God, how despicable.
Her abuser was in fact the British envoy. Mercurio took a picture of him committing the atrocity and then used it as artistic inspiration.
Gross.
I had no idea a mere break-in would eventually expose such barbarity.
Mr. Vogel, I want you to make everything public, including the photograph. I'm sure you have a connection at the Cordona Chronicle.
I don't know that we
Mr.
want to do
Holmes,
that.
Loyal to your own truth till the end. Yes, I'm acquainted with the staff of the Chronicle. The story is sensational, and will surely draw attention to the gallery. But you must be aware that exposing the scandal will further hurt the victim. Does that not bother you?
No matter what one does, the truth tends to come out, as well it should. I won't be the one to stand in its way.
Though it's only your subjective truth being exposed. Not that I'm judging. It's perfectly reasonable for everyone to have their own views.
When you called me, you knew exactly what you would get.
Oh, but I'm not like you, Mr. Holmes. I cannot be sure of anything. Regardless, I must thank you, for art's sake. Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I am told it belonged to your mother.
Previously, you mentioned there may have been more to my mother's passing than consumption. It appears you were right.
Oh dear, I'd hoped to be wrong.
She was unstable, mentally unwell. She required sustained, specialized treatment, but her madness persisted.
I knew that Violet had disappeared
no,
from the public
gross.
eye.
Don't touch.
I had no idea of her suffering. I cannot imagine what you're feeling.
Stop touching.
I'm fine.
Yeah, plus your fingers look dirty. Don't touch the face.
And what exactly have you sent me?
Frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that. I trust you'll know.
Okay, thanks for nothing, dude.
Thank you, Mr. Vogel. I am curious to see what you have procured.
So, let's see. So now we have to go back to our manor. That was gross. Don't just touch people in the face that you don't know. A. And B, for no good reason. It was weird, uncomfortable, and unsanitary. Don't do it. Alright, let's see what he brought us of Mama's, and then we'll take a look and see what kind of side quests we can do, I think. Is it inside? Oh no, it's out here. I was like, how did you guys get inside my house? Oh, that's gross and not fun. Thanks for...
Just look at this thing. It's huge.
It's the mermaid skeleton.
It's a bizarre object, and yet oddly familiar.
I don't like this. Oh, poor Sherlock. He's freaking out. What is this, and why would we have it here? I'm not a fan.
Did you just remember something?
Yes. A room full of curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in the manor.
Sherlock.
Oh, hello.
So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft.
Ah, Mycroft.
What are you doing here? Get out of my house.
It's my house, actually. I've come to bring you back.
Mycroft.
No interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was merely ill, but she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare you?
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum.
Oh, jeez.
You can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with your tail between your legs.
Just tell me everything. I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You know I will find out eventually.
The goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
The consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood. In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential, so much to offer society.
But that's not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
Oh, you are full of it. You like to pretend you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental, because all you care about is yourself.
It's true. I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
Oh man. Having some big people arguments here. I mean, okay. I can understand.
I imagine Goliath was surprised to find out his lady was not real.
I like that we kept it. I understand as an older sibling where Mycroft was coming from. Sherlock, their mother died when Sherlock was like 10 years old. That's very young. If she died because she had some kind of episode and took her own life, it's very young to deal with that. So I can understand, like, trying to protect him from that. But he's a grown-up now. Like he said, he's an adult. And so there does come a time where you can have a conversation with a person.
I remember returning home with a pair of perfect sticks. We wanted to turn them into training swords.
Oh, that's right. We stood there, frozen, staring at something huge in the main hall.
Yep, the mermaid.
It was a giant aquarium with a living mermaid in it.
Impossible. It must have been something else. Oh, of course, that mortifying hoax presently taking up space in our front yard.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Your memory's better than mine. But I'm sure we started examining it immediately. And someone else was around, too.
Who was around? Mother?
It was my mother. She asked what I thought of the artifact.
You were really concentrating and holding something in your hand.
A magnifying
I
glass.
inspected it with a magnifying glass and was able to confirm it was made of two different skeletons. The mermaid was a fake.
And so it was time to smash the thing. Your mother took a hammer and...
Slow down, John. That's not how it happened. I remember other people joined us. The workers took the artifact and placed it into the cabinet of curiosities. It became part of Mother's collection of fakes. She always said that the truth lies in the details. This mermaid helped me to learn that.
Okay. And now we can go in here.
Ah, yes. My mother's studio. She was an authenticator, and this was her cabinet of curiosities.
I never saw the point. What does it matter if some artifact is real or not? It still exists.
One of the most ridiculous fakes I ever saw.
A
Its
painted-
owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
Cozy blanket.
I remember this cozy blanket. It was perfect for...
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves as wayfarers on the other side of the world.
A little blanket fort.
It's a pity how many amazing things are missing from this room.
A diving suit. Dear Mr. Holmes, please accept my deepest gratitude for your recent help with that personal matter. I shudder to think what may have happened were it not for your keen eye and sharp mind. Rest assured, should our paths cross once again, you'll be greeted by a grateful friend. His Honor, Judge McDougal. McDougal?
Dated 24th of April, 1869. Carefully opened.
Mr. Mycroft Holmes. Mycroft. The Cordona City Hall writes to inform you that the trial of Dr. Otto Richter in the death of Miss Violet Holmes has been assigned to His Honor, Judge McDougal. Your application for a closed hearing has been granted. You're hereby informed that the prosecution has called you as a primary witness in the trial of Dr. Richter. You must present yourself in the criminal court of Cordona on the dates listed overleaf. Okay. A court summons from Mycroft.
Reliable and driven. I recognize Mycroft's handwriting.
Luciano J.
Officer Luciano J. Placido.
Placido. Okay. W.
So many calling cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand.
Understandable.
This drawer was always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
I would assume.
I remember we tried to break it
with a key.
open and spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
Perhaps. A
Look,
skeleton.
it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
I doubt he drew much interest at the auction.
That's for the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
1852, Bingley, West Yorkshire.
Oh.
This photo caused a lot of fuss. My mother spent some time to prove it was a fake.
Ah, with the fairies.
An archaeological find should be here. It's far better than beneath the old city walls.
Okay. This looks like something was stolen. Sarcophagus.
The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail. It's the mummy of a man. The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did... And this one was brought from a German museum. They claimed it belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets.
Okay. Mrs. Holmes is a patient of considerable interest and an ideal test subject to explore some of my theories. This Dr. Richter. I will attempt to repeatedly immerse her in the traumatic situation that precipitated her mental illness. Great, awesome. It is my belief that reliving that memory may give her mind a chance to embrace what happened, accept it, and efficiently cure itself. I'm confident in my hypothesis and merely need to prove it. In addition, it's fortuitous to be around the broader Holmes family. Perhaps I will be able to also examine the heredity of psychological traits, be they competencies, oh my gosh. Some of these words you have to kind of sound out, or disorders. It is already apparent that all family members share an uncommonly high intelligence. It appears that the mother's condition has begun to affect the mind of the youngest boy, Sherlock. While I cannot conduct a proper medical examination due to the protectiveness of the elder son, it seems that the boy suffers ongoing hallucinations in the form of an imaginary friend, John. It's not weird for a child to have an imaginary friend. That's not the strange thing. My dear brother, I heard you recently arrived on Cordona. Have you come to see me? I do miss our evening conversations, even if we never agreed in our opinions. Cordona is home to a stunning new art gallery, which I visit every Thursday. Meet me there. Oh, and do not seek Klaus. I left that name behind. So this is Dr. Richter's brother. Okay. A torn diploma. A torn diploma found in the Cabinet of Curiosities. Someone deliberately ripped it into several pieces. Reassembled and translated, the diploma reads, on behalf of the board of the University of Geneva, Switzerland, we, rectors of the university, noting that Mr. Otto Richter has undergone the tests required by the laws and regulations, confer on him the degree of Doctor of Medicine with the rights to prerogatives so attached.
Clearly, it was deliberately torn. I wonder why someone would do that.
Probably Mycroft. He was mad.
The Tulpa, Studies in Tibetan Mentalism. An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject.
Okay.
When you're finished here, can we build a wigwam from the blankets? Like in the good old days?
Honey, I don't know about Sherlock, but at some
The
point...
full plate armor of Sir Robert Swanford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
You're just too old
Armor
to
is
get
armor, but
down
look
on
at
it.
his sword. Oh, how badly I wanted to wield the blade. Maybe you take it instead of your pistol.
I'm starting to remember something.
Uh-oh.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
So he tried to persuade everyone that his forest was inhabited by these beasts. It would have been thrilling if it were actually true.
Agree. Did somebody think this was the Holy Grail?
Another fake
Yeah.
Holy Grail. Its owner claimed to be the heir of King Arthur. Scarcely believable. He also insisted a deadly rabbit was hunting him.
You know? Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1.
Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1, by Wallace Dioram.
Oh, Mycroft. He always acts so serious, but then reads tripe like this.
John, if I remember correctly, you couldn't put this book down.
Watson and Holmes. Yay.
It's a pity how many amazing things are missing from this room.
Do we have anything else that we need to see?
An archaeological find should be here. It's far better than beneath the old city walls.
Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Members in the manor. Now that the Cabinet of Curiosities is open, I can proceed with my investigations. The letter from the judge. A court summons from Mycroft. John asked me if we can unlock Mycroft's drawer in the Cabinet of Curiosities, the subject of our years-long fascination. One morning, when we were children, John and I tried to spy on Mycroft to find out where he keeps the key in the drawer. Mycroft did not like the methods of Dr. Otto Richter and did not trust him. Good, because he was wild. Okay, I guess that's it. And we found the personal notes, the letter from Otto's brother, a torn diploma, And then after examining the cabinet of curiosities, I started to remember something from my childhood. But first we're going to do the key. Early morning footsteps.
The memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
Okay. Now what?
He opened the door to the postman, and they exchanged documents. If it was a real postman, of course.
Okay. And then we continued onward up the stairs, it looks like. And to the left.
The painting on the wall was slightly at tilt. He stopped and straightened it.
Okay, and then he continued on. Threw another log on the fire.
Then he threw some logs into the fire and sat in his armchair to read.
Okay.
It's as boring now as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
Wait, John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if...
Well,
I think this is what we're looking for.
Well, a key. And
A
some
bit of juniper in the fireplace created a soothing atmosphere. It's the little things, isn't it?
All right, we got the key. Let's go back downstairs. Whoops, I almost ran over this. Here we go.
We made it.
Oh-ho.
So what's there?
Some fancy booze. Royal.
Gifted by Queen Victoria herself.
Ooh la la. Scotch.
Single malt whiskey. Mycroft's favourite.
Half a bottle of fine single malt whiskey, Mycroft's favorite drink. We found it locked in the drawer of the desk in the curiosity cabinet, among the pile of important documents. Remarkably, it seems that the whiskey was a gift of Her Majesty Queen Victoria herself.
Otto Richter.
Documents. Okay. Where's another? There we go.
This one is rather thick. Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research.
Well, this man killed your mother, so, you know, he probably was mad. Otto Richter is 45 years old, born to a respected family in Bern, Switzerland, unmarried, no heirs. Medical practitioner, graduated from the University of Geneva, Switzerland. Graduation was postponed a year due to a minor scandal on one of his placements. Parents died of cholera in 1863. Only remaining family is a half-brother, Klaus, age 35. Present whereabouts of Klaus Richter unknown, last seen on Cordona.
Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met.
Never know when you need them. Alright. So we got Mycroft's research, found the tiny key, and we did this. So now we can do this guy. An accident.
I used this ladder to look at the top shelf, right? On the day of Mother's breakdown upstairs.
Right you are, Sherry.
And then what? Okay.
We heard a noise. I can't recall of exactly what. And we didn't have a great view from behind the statue.
Okay.
Books and papers from the table somehow ended up on the floor. Now it's coming to the surface. I feel it.
Okay, let's... At least there's no blood we can lay in here. We can just chill on the dusty floor. Alright, so... No. Sherlock was on the ladder. Not John. But what is this that he's doing here? Playing with something? And they heard something. They couldn't see very well. No, they were hiding behind here. And somebody... No. Mycroft probably did... Yeah.
Come on, Sherry. Let's go outside. Wait. Did you hear that? Come here, Sherry.
You call this progress? Charlatan, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
Good job, buddy.
So there was a quarrel between them.
It all happened shortly after the incident in Violet's room on April 9th. Sherry decided to play with artifacts in the Cabinet of Curiosities, and of course I went with him. As a result, we became unintentional witnesses to an argument between Mycroft and Otto Richter. Sherlock's brother was angry. He was sure that Dr. Richter had done something dubious to their mother, and that it had backfired. He called Otto a charlatan. Yeah, I'm with Mycroft on this one.
I heard a noise in the hall.
Yeah, me too.
Let's check it out.
Hello?
Sherry, look! We've got a parcel here. Hurry up and let's see what's inside.
Somebody just opened the door, shoved that in here, and left? Dear Mr. Holmes, I'm waiting for you at Kurt Manquaz? I'll have to hear how this is pronounced. Mansion on Turquoise Lane, across from Cordona Abbey in northern Grand Surrey. Come at once, if inconvenient, come anyway. Always your friend, VV. Sent you an appropriate outfit for this place to avoid any unnecessary complications. I hope it fits.
An invitation that comes with a mask. We can't miss this, Sherry.
Bogle. I'm like, who's VV? Alright. So we had this conversation here. And the bottle of whiskey. Okay. So... oh yeah, this guy. Sailor was stabbed to death. The Golden Eel Bar. Should we do some of these older ones? Man. We have a lot of different cases to work on here. This is the oldest one. Maybe we should do this. On Scarlet Street in the Old City. Isn't this the bar? Yeah, let's just go ahead and put a marker here. I guess let's see that, right? We did get some money from solving the case, so now we can go and buy some more stuff and things for the house. Oh. Let's see how that's turned out at the Chronicle, shall we? Ooh. Whoops. Okay. This away. Ah, I was right in front of it.
Good luck, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you. Can I have a new newspaper? Why was this exclamation pointed? Maybe the news is outside. I just like ran in, but I didn't probably have to. Like to buy a newspaper, please. See if we can figure out this guy. Pardon me, do you know anything about this?
Is this familiar to you?
I'm glad to see such civic consciousness, but I've never heard of that.
Thank you. Pardon me, madam.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
Are you able to help me?
I would never deny you, sir, but I know nothing about this.
Okay. Well, we'll be fine to... John is frustrated with me, so... Guess let's go to the eel bar. Try to figure out what happened here. Some dude being dead. Every single day, some dude being dead. Golden eel. Nope. Ah, here it is. Nope.
Stark told me you'd be doing the legwork for him. Feel free to look around.
Thanks. Oh, there it is. Like the backest. Okay.
Shards of a broken bottle with blood on them.
Yes.
Solid oak. It took quite a blow to break it.
Yeah, beat somebody upside the head. A knife.
Sharp enough to gut a fish or a man.
True that.
An ordinary kitchen knife. That's a lot of blood. The victim was stabbed several times.
Okay. And there's a lot of stuff happening here. A dead bird that I have no reason to pay attention to, I guess.
Beer, let the spilled blood.
Guess so, huh? Man, somebody got chucked right into this table. Okay, please. Thank you. Good grief.
The lenses are very thick. The owner of these glasses is very nearsighted. Someone must have landed hard on it.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk to this person? Oh, this is John.
What would
Hi.
you like? On today's menu, we have stomach punching, head kicking, and the chef's special, throat slitting.
I'm always one for a good head punch. Please, Sherlock, do not lay on this floor. There's sausages and dead birds and blood everywhere. Sitting is fine. No! Sherlock. Why? Alright, jeez. Where's the spilled beer? This one. No. No. This is, he like knocked his beer down. Cheese and crackers. This chair is broken. Do we have another? No. Yes. They probably punched him. And then this is the... jeez, I don't know. I guess he punched him and then he hit him with a chair. And then this guy, and then he got stabbed. He got shanked with a bottle. Or a knife. Can't see what he's doing here. Was this where the knife was? I don't know who did the stabbing.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
So maybe this is wrong. I'm not a fan of listening to somebody get...
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay, hold on. I need to look in the casebook at the testimonies. The traitor punched me in the face and broke my glasses. It was my only pair. Okay. Sitting there minding my own business when the traitor hit the soldier and he crashed into my table. How could I stay calm? So the worker... I didn't mean to spill my drink on him. I fell onto the soldier who lashed out at me. Smashed me with a bottle. So, yes. No. So the traitor was hit with the bottle, not the soldier. Okay. And then he punched. Whoops.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
Honey.
Concentrate.
I am trying. Ooh. Died.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay. I'm not very smart, John. You're... Who died? A sailor was stabbed to death. This is correct. And the sailor... Trader... Sailor did this. That's correct. Okay, so these two must be fine. The sailor did die. Who stabbed him? Do we know that? I mean, I guess that would be the part that we're trying to figure out. Trader's head. No, the trader didn't punch anybody. Sailor. I'm confused. I mean, we haven't changed anything.
You're
so
not
this
even
isn't gonna be
trying,
right.
Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Look, John. There.
It all
Oh my
started when the
god.
trader accidentally spilled his beer over
Yeah.
the sailor. The trader punched the soldier who came crashing down on a table.
Okay.
The worker smashed a bottle over the trader's head. Then the sailor knocked the worker out with a chair. The soldier is the real killer. He wanted to knife the trader but killed the sailor due to his poor eyesight.
Jeez. Goodness. So now what? The answer is obvious. The soldier is the real killer. But attack the sailor. So who do I talk to? I forgot who even gave me this job. Probably at the police station, right? Oh, hello.
What if the barman... What if the barman...
While we're here, let's ask around for this ghosty guy. No, poor John is like... Yeah. Hello? Can you talk to me? Nope. Hello? What is going on? Why can't I talk to anybody about this? Oh, I didn't mark it.
Are you able to help me?
If I knew the answer to that, I'd have your suit in exchange.
Ugh, okay. Oh, sorry. Oh my god. Just smacked her. There. Now will you guys trust me enough to talk? Hello? Can't talk to him.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know, my friend. Perhaps someone else knows?
Could you help me?
I don't know, my friend. Perhaps someone else knows?
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or
No.
are you just annoying these people on purpose?
I'm just annoying them on
Help me,
purpose.
please.
I wish I could help you, mister, but I can't.
May I ask for your assistance?
I am sorry to disappoint you, but I don't know about that.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm doing with this one. Oh. It might help if I read. Can I read? I can. Do I? You know, not usually. So I think I have to go back to the police station, right? I probably have to put on some nice clothes again.
Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
I know, John. The police. There it is. It's like, where's the police? Sorry. I don't remember who gave me these jobs, so this is why I should do them.
You have 3
There we
people
go.
detained on suspicion of murdering a sailor in a bar fight. All evidence indicates that the soldier among them is the true killer. He was the last man standing.
Very well. Soldier or not, he'll get what he deserves. I'll see to it personally. Nice work. Try solving another case. It seems you have a knack for it.
Oh, okay. It gave me money. Splitting the loot. Victim profiles. Roger Smiley. 3 men were killed in a quarrel over the distribution of bank robbery loot. The gunfight was reported at the northern end of Silverton in the backyard of Engineers Lane, between Ebernote Street and Coalpit Street. The stolen property was not recovered. Case suspended due to inconclusive evidence, pending further investigation. Okay. Stolen. A violin. Should we do this one too? Let's see. Maybe, actually, while we're here, should see if we can in the archives.
Did you hear Basilio Capello is in jail? A dead body was found in his showroom.
What? Under my mattress. Wife is devastated. Armor. Okay.
Did you hear Basilio?
Wife is... Nope. Vendetta. That one. Press scandal. Okay, so...
I'm guessing you didn't get what you were after.
Shh, don't worry
It
about
happens. I always wanted a
Did you
pet
hear
cat.
Basilio?
This is a process. Press scandal? No. Vendetta. Nope. This one. Wife is not devastated. Claims innocent. Dead and safe. There we go. My curiosity has been piqued by talk of Basilio Capello, the owner of the famous Armor Capello Home Security Company, has been arrested. His situation is quite peculiar. A man named Niccolo Detti has been found dead inside a safe in Basilio's store. Basilio claims innocence, But the evidence is against him. He's being held in the holding cells at the police station.
In the police. Let's pretend to be cops, eh? We can just stand around.
Look, we're already here. I should join the police, or at least pretend as much. I shouldn't reveal to any of the suspects that I'm not actually an officer. Well, that will be easy, because I have officer stuff. I don't have, like, a fancy mustache.
You look confused.
Step aside, I am a policeman. Hello, hello. Gentlemen.
Oh, what a long day.
Officer.
Oh, what a long day.
Officer. Officer. Don't mind me. Are you crying? Woohoo! Or were you crying? Don't cry. It's okay. Everything will be A-okay. Sherlock Holmes is on the case. I've already forgotten what I'm doing. Ah.
Excuse me, but are you Mr. Capello? My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm hoping you could spare a moment to talk.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise. Most of your colleagues have lacked even the simplest of common courtesies.
I'm an honorable cop.
You're a suspect, sir, but not yet a criminal. I shan't treat you as such. Your case is refreshingly unusual, and I wish to get to the bottom of it.
Manners and enthusiasm. Huh. May you go far, young man. What can I help you with?
Let's observe him. Focused look. Got it. A nice tie. Fresh and fashionable. Elegant new clothing. Okay. Married. Wedding ring tight on the finger. Gained like 5 pounds or so. And he punched somebody. Bruised hand, recent trauma. Basilio Capello is the local proprietor of the famous Armor Capello safe lock door and home security company in Cordona. He's currently being held in the police station holding cells as a prime suspect for Niccolo Detti's murder. He's in his early 40s, a methodical man who puts business and principles above all else, keeps calm and focused despite being arrested, has a bruise on his hand, possibly had to defend himself recently, values his family life. Or has a flair for new and fashionable, keeps his frustrations bottled up while at the police station but could be prone to violence. He has a bruise on his hand which might be a result of a fight attached to his family. I'm going to say impulsive. Just because it doesn't really look like a defensive wound, and he doesn't have any other wounds. He doesn't have like a black eye or anything that he got
You
smacked.
are surprisingly composed for a man accused of murder. Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure. One becomes skilled at adapting. I am confident this will all be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
And yet your fist tells a different story. It seems you recently found yourself in a fight.
A fight? I'm afraid not, young man. It was a minor mishap, with none such adventure. To succeed in life, you don't need to fight. One must simply be smart and persistent. I am speaking from experience.
So then how did you get your bruised knuckles?
Please, tell me how you ended up in this situation.
Well, this morning some clients arrived to finalize their purchase of a Capello modular safe. But when we opened the door, out tumbled a dead man.
And I take it this wasn't normal?
No, I normally keep my corpses in the wardrobe. Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur. I recognized the victim, and it seems so did the police. That was enough to make me the main suspect.
Who sent for the authorities?
No one. As it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes, the report had to be made. So, police officers just happened to be on the premises when we discovered the body in the safe.
So, who are the customers?
You mentioned you were showing your wares to some prospective buyers when the safe was opened. Who were they?
Clerks from the bank. They inspected the safe from top to bottom yesterday. I assumed the sale was just a formality at that point.
And the safe was closed?
It's usually open, but it locks automatically when the door swings closed. That's another marvelous Coppello invention.
A coffin that locks itself. Marvelous indeed.
How did the person die?
Help me grasp your movements yesterday. What time did you meet the customers from the bank, and did you have any other appointments?
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m. Afterwards, I was alone in the office until my wife Augusta came in at 3 p.m. I left for home at 6:30 p.m.
And what about this morning?
Our meeting for the demonstration was set for 9 a.m. I arrived about half an hour prior in order to prepare.
I have one final inquiry. Do you recall the time at which the safe door was closed?
Young man, I may just as well ask you when you closed your cigar case. I have opened our safes a dozen times a day for a dozen years. I do not recall.
Did you know the victim?
You say you became the suspect when the police identified the victim. Is there history between you?
Surely you jest. That man and I have never met, and never would, unless he became the first deity in history to use our products.
Some sort of family feud? I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
You must be new to Cordona. It's an old tale. Back in Italy, generations ago, the deities tried to ruin our family business. They nearly succeeded. The Coppellos rightfully struck back, but there has been bad blood ever since.
And does that blood flow in you too?
I told you, sir, it's an old story, or it was. I fear this horrible event portends worse to come. My wife may be in danger as we speak.
Describe the burglary.
I'd like to inquire about the burglary.
I'm not sure I see the connection, but if you wish to know more, talk to Billy Lloyd, the night watchman. He scared off the thief.
Was it also Billy that discovered the burglar?
No, my wife did. She had stayed late yesterday. Poor Augusta. At least she's safer with the police than at home alone.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Coppello, I think that's all I need from you at present. Where can I find your office?
Here, take my card. Billy should be on site to assist with the investigation. And please, sir, would you check on my wife before you depart?
Thank you. I will endeavor to speak with her before I leave the station.
Please, treat her gently. Women lack our resilience when it comes to ordeals like this. I shall eagerly await your return. After all, there's little else I can do.
Okay. Anything else down here? Okay. The wife is somewhere. Well, maybe that's why I was hearing crying.
Mrs. Coppello, please wait in the office. The inspector will be here soon.
Where is she? I hear chatting. I thought that was notes I could pick up. The office. Office. Inspectors. Archive. Ah.
You must be the inspector.
You must be
Would
Augusta.
you be Augusta Coppello?
Must I really repeat myself to every baby-faced man in uniform that strides in?
Wow, okay. I'm new.
Forgive me, I am not the inspector, but I am working on your husband's case.
Then I have nothing to say to you. Come back with the inspector in charge so that we may dispense with the endless repetition.
I guess let's take a look. Glassy Eyes used laudanum recently. Oh, okay. Were you in pain? Golden harp pin, a parting gift from 1875. Ring finger, marks from fidgeting. Uh-oh. Augusta Copella is the wife of the accused, Basilio Copella. She's in her late 20s and, while previously involved in music, currently works with her husband. Has been fidgeting with her wedding ring due to stress. She has recently used laudanum, but doesn't seem accustomed to the drug. Or she's been fidgeting with her wedding ring due to her nervous nature. Has recently used laudanum and may be accustomed to the drug. I'm gonna say that she may have used it already.
Whilst I prefer German composers, the harp solo from Lucia di Lammermoor stands out as one of Donizetti's finest contributions to the form. I'm sure Basilio thought the same.
He did. How? Did he tell you how we met?
Oh, there was no need. It is trivial to observe how much you value your memories of playing harp in the orchestra, and even an amateur Italian harpist would be familiar with Donizetti's finest work.
Yes. Music is a balm in these uncertain times. It is nice to meet another who appreciates it.
Much as I appreciate the truth. Please, Mrs. Capello, let me help you and your husband.
I am not unappreciative, sir. But I'm afraid I presently lack the strength.
Maybe her husband thinks that she can't handle this because she's been taking laudanum regularly to deal with just, I don't know, the stress of life.
Basilio tells me you were present during the burglary yesterday. What can you tell me about it?
Oh, it gave me such a fright. I fainted, fell to the floor.
Oh my goodness.
I wish I could help you, but I'm just utterly useless. Please, I want to rest before the inspector arrives.
Did you know the victim?
Were you familiar with the deceased man found in the safe?
No, I did not know him, nor can I conceive of how the poor soul ended up there.
I'll return later.
You've had quite the day, Mrs. Capello. I shall leave you be. If I have further questions, I may visit again later.
Let's see what we've got going on here. Character portrait of Basilio Capello and Augusta Capello. The burglary happened during the late evening. Okay. Open the safe. Waiting in the let's see.
Please let me rest.
So I can speak with Billy Lloyd. Werner Vogel. Adler Street, to the east of Simon Scalino, to the east of St. Clement's Cathedral on Adler Street. To the east. On Adler Street. I mean, that could be anywhere. Let's put a compass marker here. And we'll kind of just run our way over there. Get out of the way, I'm a cop! Oops, sorry. Oh my god, I didn't see that child. Is this a cathedral?
We have a large assortment and pleasant prices. The finest clothes for the finest citizens.
Thanks. Oh my god, I can get a pirate hat. Can I have like a curly mustache? Some mutton chops. Shenandoah beard. There's not much I want right this very
Think
second.
it over. Take your time.
So, east. But not this. This is the church.
Come closer and try something on. You won't regret it.
Guess we'll just go this way. Barber. There we go. No. No. Oh. Yep, this would make sense. The big building with bars on it that says Armor Capello. Where's the Where's the safe where the body was? Hello.
Ill-fitting pants, wonky nose, and hair that appears to have been cut by your own hand. You must be Billy Lloyd.
Oh, it's you! I knew you'd come.
You did?
You're Mirko Gallia, the best investigative journalist on Cordona. I'm a fan of your work.
Alas, you're mistaken. The name is Sherlock Holmes, and your employer...
Oh, of course. Discretion. I'm sorry. I doubt the policeman upstairs heard me, though, so your secret is safe with me, Sherlock.
You saw the burglar?
Mr. Capello told me you were present during the burglary and scared the criminal off the property.
Yeah, you should have seen it. As soon as the burglar saw me, they went white as death. Ran out the back door of the office. I heard a thud and cat shrieks, so I think they went over the railing and into the bushes out back. Clearly, my reputation precedes me. Mr. Capello was so proud.
You're a guard, but you didn't give chase.
Well, by the time I made it outside, they were miles away. So I went back to help Mrs. Capello. That kind of gentlemanly courtesy is why I'm so well regarded round these parts.
You certainly think highly of yourself, don't you?
What did the thief look like?
Shorter than me, mid-20s, a huge scar across the right cheek going from the eye. Short hair. She didn't look like a ghost. Too corporeal.
Was it she?
She?
Okay.
You didn't think to mention the burglar was a woman?
Why did you assume it was a man? It's the 19th century, sir. Ambitious young women are out there pursuing a career. Okay. And I, for one, encourage it.
Yes, yes, spare me the sermon.
Not a career of stealing.
When did the burglary happen?
Oh, after 10 in the evening. I was just talking to Mrs. Capello.
Does she normally work this late?
No, it's the first time it happened. Usually I'm alone at night. I was explaining to Mrs. Capello how drinking water every 3 hours can help with digestion. When she excused herself and went back upstairs. Then there was a scream, and I ran up to the office, and...
I know what happened next, thank you. What about last evening? Do you have any more details about the break-in?
Of course. I write down everything that happens during my watch. Take a look.
Fastidious in its mundanity, but I will make of it what I can. I must go and inspect the crime scene. If I have further questions, Mr. Lloyd, I will find you.
Oh, don't worry. I won't be able to keep away.
Right.
Okay.
They sell door locks, padlocks. No Sherlocks, though. Probably for the best. Imagine dealing with two of you. Ugh.
Thanks, John. Mr. Lloyd, the code to all safes in the office is 00130500. In the future, kindly refrain from locking your trousers in our merchandise, or we will have to reconsider your employment.
The best on the market. You can wallop them, you can burn them. Nothing will work.
I bet he tested that himself.
a brochure, it looks like. Anything else in here?
What can you tell me about Mr. Capello?
He's a good employer, but very focused on work, and very serious about security, of course, since he employed a night watch of my caliber. Not everyone appreciates his strict business approach, though. Store clerks don't seem to last long in the office.
Good to know.
What about Mrs. Capello?
Have you noticed anything different about Mrs. Capello recently?
Not really. She talks to me more when I start my shift. Probably because of the 100 Best Curry Recipes book I'm reading. Oh, and we've been running out of paper a lot lately, so she often sends me out to buy more for her. She's very particular about the paper we use. Only one store on the island stocks it, and it's on the other side of the town. But I'm really fast.
Interesting, thank you.
I know of it, but...
Oh.
Forgot.
That's the thing that John wants me to do.
I don't know. I don't know. I know of it, but forgot.
Is this code memo still valid?
Oh, yes. It's the same combination code everywhere. It corresponds to Mrs. Capello's birthday, actually. In fact, during this year's celebration, I was allowed a sip of champagne. That's when I had to dry my trousers, and then I had to...
Okay, thank you, Billy.
Thank you. Yeah, so we don't need to know any more information about that. Okay, so... burglary. The burglar entered via the back door during the evening, when normally only Billy's on site. Billy heard her go through the bushes in the backyard during her escape. We have a picture. 7 p.m. Billy arrives at the office and says hello to Augusta. Basilio returns from the office via the back door and talks to Augusta. Basilio walks down to check on Billy. Basilio leaves for a business dinner. Augusta remains to work at the office. Billy is reading a book at the front door. Augusta walks down from her office to talk to Billy. Augusta goes back upstairs. Billy hears her scream after seeing the burglar escapes. Safe is closed. Okay. Billy sends him on a lot of errands. Okay. Anything else here? Ah, yes.
Strength, security, peace of mind. Tacky.
Well, you know, that's your opinion, good sir.
Anything else? It doesn't seem to be so. A bathroom. Nothing in here? Nope. Okay. Oh. What was that sound? Jeez, I was gonna say, it looks like somebody got smacked.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
This poor guy. I think he was taking the pictures of the guy who got trampled by his elephant, too.
Wouldn't want to be in his shoes. I'm a bit claustrophobic.
Yeah, honey. Me too.
The bottle is half empty.
Okay. Oh.
Recently used, but why would it be here?
Yeah. The other glass.
A wine, well enjoyed.
I have theories, but I won't say anything.
Bruises, torn nails, bleeding was severe and continued at length.
Yeah, he's scratched.
Blood on the safe door could have been left by the victim. Bulging veins, cyanosis, bloodshot eyes, odd foaming in the mouth. Clear indications of blunt trauma, possibly inflicted before the victim was in the safe.
Bludgeoned, put in the safe, and then suffocated?
Clothes are not fully buttoned. Was the victim dressing or undressing? What a rotten way to die.
Yeah, what a shame.
Oh, hello.
I don't know.
Do you know anything else about the dead body in the safe?
Well, there is the rule of threes. You can survive 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 hours in harsh weather, and 3 minutes
of you talking
without air. I'm sorry, did you say something?
No, very enlightening, Mr. Lloyd. Thank you.
Yes. He asphyxiated in there. I kind of figured that. What does this door go to? The orchestra.
A concert program from 7 years ago. An Augusta La Duca is listed as a harpist in the orchestra.
Okay. Well. Augusta, we do not have the time today for a chat because of my important client meeting, but I'm concerned about your desire to work such late hours. You seemed happy about it, which is why I did not bring it up previously, but perhaps it is best that we have a conversation. I'm sure we can find a different arrangement. Basilio. Okay.
2 theatre tickets for Shakespeare's Othello. The performance is tomorrow.
Have to respect the classics.
I have a theory. I'm not particularly excited about it. The heir to the Detti family returns home. Niccolo Detti, a young heir to the Detti family business, has returned to Cordona after 12 years of studying and working on the mainland. This coincides with Orazio Detti's departure to Italy. Hints at the possibility that Niccolo is intending to take over the family business in Cordona. We'll be watching the situation closely as it develops, and will endeavor to obtain a reaction from Basilio Capello. The Capello and Detti feud has been existent for over 200 years, and even though this acrimony has been muted for the past few decades, some still remember the conflicts of the Gonzola Detti and Vitalio Capello era. We are hoping that Niccolo's young mind and Basilio's calm business attitude may find common ground. Okay. Signor Capello, it has come to my attention that Niccolo Detti is soon to return to Cordona. We do not know what that means for the future of the Detti family, but Orazio seems set on staying in Roma, so take that as you will. I wanted to strongly advise on behalf of the whole family that you avoid contact with Niccolo. We have no doubt that you will be able to retain your composure, even if provoked, but we do not know what the Dettis are planning. Be on your guard, the family reputation is at stake. Mboko al lupo. Naldo Gilani. A lawyer, okay. Basilio Capello's diary. This diary shows Basilio Capello's schedule planned weeks ahead. There are several noteworthy recent entries. First, a meeting with a detective from several weeks ago. And second, 2 dates labeled with the safe, yesterday and today.
He clearly needs a better work-life balance.
And some keys.
Well-organized workplace?
Mr. Capello is the best.
Okay, this chap is seriously creepy.
Oh, he's following us.
I swear I just saw a lion out there. On the railing.
You're silly, John. You better not be lying. So ran down here.
Could you help me?
Why don't you go and ask your fellow coppers?
Okay, obviously, that's not... Nothing here?
Don't forget about the cats in the bushes, Sherry.
Yeah, I know. Ah. A cat. Cat. A cat. Cats, cats. Cats everywhere. Okay. Need to pin this one. Very complex lock, no signs of a break-in. Broken. Jumped over. She's very wry. Trampled grass and a lockpick set.
Passe muraille. Walk through walls in French. Our thief seems rather arrogant.
Lockpick.
A comprehensive set of lockpicks, recently cleaned with no fresh scratches. The letter F is inscribed within a 4-leaf clover pattern.
Okay. Let's do chemical analysis here. I don't know what this is. Multiplies the reagent's value by 2. Okay. 2 minus 1. That's 2. Negative 6. Negative 2. -4. No. No. Not this one. Okay, hold on. Reset. Man, I am not good at math, y'all. This would be... Let's do this. It'll give us 2 and -2. Okay, we'll add these together. 2, -6, and then I need like +8, right? Nope, not this one. Delete this one. -1. Was it convoluted? Sure, but I got to where I need to be. The foam around the mouth is a result of light intoxication, most likely from the wine. I see. And here we need to check something. I think we've gotten key evidence collected. Let's go inside and talk to what's his face, Billy, before we leave. Where'd he go? There you are.
Do you know what this note might be about?
I cannot presume to know another's mind, of course, but I think Mr. and Mrs. Capello have been having some familial difficulties.
You don't
Probably due to their lack of children. One of my oldest friends helps couples with their relationship troubles, and he always says...
You don't have to continue.
Oh, well, he says that to me as well, but I'm perfectly happy to.
No, I insist.
Lawyer's letter.
Oh,
no.
Actually, no.
He doesn't know about that. The
Do
schedule.
you know anything about these entries?
No. But Mr. Capello is so well organised. I use a different method. Very popular among the Buddhist monks. You create an attic in your mind and...
I'm familiar. Keep it tidy, put only necessary information in, remove unnecessary information regularly.
What? No, it's called an attic. You just stuff it with everything. You never know what might prove helpful someday.
That is profoundly upsetting.
Hey, what about these keys?
Do you know whose keys these are?
Probably Mr. Capello's. Police took him so suddenly. I have the same set, but it's more efficient. Has fewer keys.
So you don't have access to the entire office?
No. Only Mr. and Mrs. Capello have the key to the back door.
The back door. Do I need to go around the back way? Can I go around the back way? Was that what I did? Oops, I ran into a tree. Obviously, maybe that's what this was that I came out of. Oh, I guess I didn't have to go back in. Found all the stuff in here for now. Alright, so this is where we're going to end the episode. And then we'll continue this investigation in the next one. I have a theory. We'll see if it's correct. But in the meantime, thank you, everyone and anyone who was watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.